What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. Today I have a little bit of a different video for you guys. We're going to be doing mini makeup reviews. So I'm actually going to be going through a bunch of different products that I've tried over the past couple of weeks, but products that I don't have a fully dedicated video review for, okay? So I'm going to be going through a lot of new products, things that are new releases hot on the market, and then a couple of products also that are new to me, but I know you guys have been asking about. So if you guys are interested in hearing about some of the products that I've tried over the past couple of weeks and you want to hear all my thoughts, keep watching. And before we get started today, this portion of the video is kindly sponsored by Lilysilk. Thank you, Lilysilk. If you guys haven't heard of this company, they are essentially your destination for luxury silk products. They have bedding, they have home goods, they have chic clothing, they've got hair accessories, pajamas, you name it, they have it. They make it in silk. They also have a couple of other materials such as Mongolian cashmere, but all of the fabrics that they use on their site are made of natural materials. One of their values on their site is that they try to create as little waste as possible. So you will notice all of their silk is sourced from mulberry trees, which require less water than cotton to grow. If you guys don't know, mulberry silk is the finest silk that you can buy. Apparently this particular type of silk, it's very pure, it's very durable. The fibers are actually longer than other silks that you may see on the market. So the silk that you're getting from Lilysilk, it's gonna be very good quality, it's gonna be very durable, but it also feels very luxurious. So I'm excited to show you guys some of the products that I tried. Let's get into that. Okay, so first off, I wanna show you my new pillowcase. So Lilysilk reached out to me and they asked me to choose some of the products from their site, and I instantly wanted to try one of these pillowcases. This comes in a variety of colors. I chose this extremely chic stripy print. I love this, guys. And if you don't have a silk pillowcase, you definitely need to look into it. It's going to be very gentle on your hair. I know my hair looks thick, guys, but trust me, it's just hair products. I have very thin hair. I also have highlighted hair, so it does get bleached, and I'm really trying my best to reduce the breakage as much as possible. And silk pillowcases are going to be very gentle on your hair. It's going to cause less friction. It's going to cause less breakage and just kind of keep your hair in the style that it was when you went to sleep. They also have some really great silk bonnets and silk scrunchies if you guys are looking to kind of reduce the damage on your hair. I also find that this particular type of fabric, it's also very gentle on my skin as well. When I switched over to this and then just kind of switched back and forth between my pillowcases after getting this one, I definitely noticed this one just, not only does it feel more luxurious, but it doesn't kind of leave those like lines on your face that you might get from like a cotton or another type of synthetic fiber pillowcase. So all in all, I've really been enjoying this. In fact, I'm definitely gonna go and buy a couple more because now my boyfriend is jealous and he wants a pillowcase too. So I'm definitely gonna buy another one for my other pillow and buy a couple of pillowcases for him. So I love this pillowcase from Lilysilk. Okay, next thing that I try, guys, is this eye mask. First off, it's really pretty. It's really cute. I chose it in this gorgeous watercolor print. And what I like to use this for, I mean, I feel like it's obvious what I use this for. Okay, guys, I cannot sleep if it isn't pitch black. It needs to be pitch black when I sleep. And if I'm going to take a nap, if I ever have the time to take a nap, I need to have one of these, or if I'm gonna sleep in a little bit on the weekends, I always keep an eye mask right by my bedside. Now, what I really like about this, just like the pillowcase, is that it's super gentle on your skin. It really just feels so silky and smooth. I think this is like a silk charmeuse type of blend. So it has that kind of like shiny texture. It's also just like a little bit padded, so it's kind of like, you know, very, very squishy on your skin. And the other good thing about this is, just like the pillow, once again, it doesn't leave like harsh indentations and lines on your face. So I really like that. I find that when I use other sleep masks, I wake up and I've got like that, like that border, like when you go and get a massage and you have your face in like the little cradle the whole time. So that's what I really like about this. And I will mention, guys, I did wash these products. If you guys are wondering, what is it like to kind of maintain these? I just wash these in one of those little like lingerie bags, put it in the wash with the rest of my laundry, and then I air dried it. If you want to prolong the length of your silk, you should probably put it on more of like a gentle cycle. Those are my recommendations, but I do want to let you know also that I did wash these and I had absolutely no problem with the care. Now, one product that I really want to try next is they have this sort of like silk curling headband and scrunchie set. You guys comment down below if you want to see me try this. This is basically that rope curls thing that people do where they wrap their hair around like towels, and instead of curling their hair with a curling iron, they do that. This looked really cool to me because it's made out of silk, so it's going to be really gentle on my hair, and it looks like it's going to be very smoothing and not disrupting as well, and really comfortable to sleep on. So I think that's what I'm going to get next. I think I'm going to go and buy that with my own money, but comment down below if that's something that you guys want to see. Lastly, guys, if you are interested in trying anything from Lilysilk, I do have a code to get you a little bit of a % off. I don't get anything from you guys using this code, but it does save you some money. If you want to use it, please save yourself some money. I'm going to include that in the description box down below, along with links to all of the products that I've mentioned here today. Thank you so much to Lilysilk for sponsoring this part of the video. Now let's get into our mini makeup reviews. All right, guys, let's get into these mini reviews. And of course, I'm gonna link everything down below in the order that I talk about it in case you wanna check anything out. I'm gonna try to make these reviews as mini as possible. You guys know that I could talk about makeup for forever, okay? So let's start off with some foundations. Let's start off with the Kosas Revealer Foundation. Guys, this foundation did not work for me. It didn't work. I hated it. I hated it. Like, not a single time that I used this did it work. I'm gonna show you guys real quick, just kind of like a close-up of what this foundation looks like when I first put it on. I went outside on the street and I did a little like sunlight photo so you guys can see. It looks really beautiful. It looks really stunning when you first put it on. But then maybe after like 30 minutes, it definitely takes a turn for the worse. This foundation, it had a similar reaction to what I got from the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Foundation. I have a full review of that foundation up on my channel. Basically what happened is it just sucked all of the moisture out of my skin. I think it is the hyaluronic acid. I'll show you guys a close-up right now of what it looked like on my face. You can kind of see just how crusty and awful this looked. It looked so bad. Like, I just can't emphasize how bad it was. At the end of every single day, I just couldn't wait to take it off. And I did return this foundation just because it really didn't work for me. I don't have room for it in my makeup drawer right now, so I did return it. And what I've been seeing with other reviews is that a lot of people actually really like this foundation. So I think what my conclusion is that this just isn't really dry skin friendly. It's not Sophia skin friendly, that's for sure. But yeah, this just didn't work for me. It looked really awful, so I honestly can't recommend it. I really want something to work for like at least 30% of people, and I know that you guys have dry skin, so all in all, this was a huge fail for me. The next product I want to talk about is another foundation. This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. This is the new one that they recently launched to kind of replace the one that they had before out on the market. And this foundation, it wasn't as bad as the Kosas. It's not a bad foundation. It just like wasn't really right for me. I actually just returned this the other day as well because I really just don't have room for more foundations. I have so many foundations that I love, guys, that I just don't have room for them in my drawer. So you know that if I keep them, it's either because I think it's gonna work in maybe like a different season, or it's just really good. It's gotta be really good for me to keep it in my collection. What I saw from this is that it just was like a little bit too full coverage for me, and I was seeing a lot of dry spots. It didn't wear well on my skin. I wouldn't recommend this for folks with dry skin, but I think I would recommend it for people who have a little bit maybe like oilier or combo skin, even normal skin, and you just want like a little bit of extra coverage, you like a matte finish, and you want something that is going to be like a little bit more heavy duty. I think that's what this foundation is good for, but unfortunately, it just didn't work out well for me. All right, let's get a little bit more positive now. Okay, we have some concealers, and I have the new LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. I like LYS. I want to try more products from this brand. When they first launched, a lot of the products were out of stock, so I didn't get to try a lot of them, but I have their foundation, which I quite like, and so I said, you know what, I need to try the concealer because I was thinking that maybe this was gonna be like a dupe for my Josie Maran Vibrancy Concealer, something really juicy and serumy and moisturizing. And I do think that this is a really good concealer. I really did enjoy it, and I like how affordable it is as well. I don't think that I like it more than my Josie Maran Vibrancy Concealer, but I still quite enjoy it. I think it is I don't know if I would call this full coverage, okay? I think I would call this medium coverage. It has a very serum-y-like texture, just like the foundation. If you like the foundation, I think you're gonna like this. The only downside that I don't like is that I find like the doe foot very awkward to get out of the bottle. Like see how it's sort of angled there? It's a little bit hard to get out. And when I first got it, I was like, really, look, I'm like even struggling to kind of get it back in. That's the only thing that I don't really like about this. I kind of wish it was in like a better shape so it's easier to put into my makeup storage. But all in all, guys, I think this was good. It's very hydrating. It's a nice lightweight, medium coverage. I think this is a perfect complement to the foundation that they have. So if you like the foundation, I highly recommend that you check this out. And I have the color LN3. Next up, we have another concealer, and this is the KVD Good Apple Concealer. I really wanted to try this to see how it compares to the foundation, similar to the LYS, okay? I really like the KVD Good Apple Balm Foundation. You have to be very, very light-handed with it, however, so I was curious to see, is this gonna be super thick like the foundation? And it actually isn't, guys. I would say definitely this is more full coverage. It's more full coverage than the LYS, but I don't think it's like super matte or drying or anything. It actually has a very, very thin formula. You wouldn't think so based off of the foundation, but it's not super thick and tacky. It also has like a really nice little sort of flat doe foot applicator to kind of, I don't know, just like stamp it onto the eyes. Not that it matters once I'm going in with my brush or my sponge to blend. But yeah, I thought that this was very nice, very long wearing, a little bit more full coverage, but it still feels kind of lightweight on the under eyes. I've been seeing some really good reviews of this as well. I have the color Light 105. I feel like these shades, they run very light, you know, like normally I'm like one of the first like 2 or 3 shades. I think I'm a couple shades in for this one. So just know this is full coverage. It does run a little bit light. This is something that I would probably recommend going into the store to try out. I got this from Ulta and somebody there kindly helped to shade match me. So that's my recommendation for this. Next up, we have the new Patrick Ta Double Take Cream Blushes in She's Blushing and She's Baked. You guys would have seen me talk about these on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you definitely should. I will put my handle up here and down below. That's where I tell you guys all of the new things that I'm buying. I've talked about a lot of these products already on my Instagram, so quick plug there if you want to connect with me on the daily and kind of see all the new things that I'm buying and swatching, definitely follow me over there. And on my Instagram, I told you guys that I really was enjoying these. I love these new colors that he came out with. I didn't pick up them all, okay? I limited myself, guys, to She's Blushing and She's Baked, but I really, really like them. She's Blushing is just kind of like my perfect, I guess this is like a nudie rose color, I would say, but this color is great if you're a little bit paler like me or you just want something that is a little bit more subtle. What I also really like about this particular blush shade, at least the powder part, is that compared to the other blushes that are in his line, because I have most of the colors of these, this is very luminous. It has like a nice shimmery finish to it, which I really like. That's what's really unique about this She's Blushing shade. I think this might be my favorite shade that he has in the line. Maybe it's tied for She's So LA. I really like that color as well. And then you have She's Baked. This is definitely like the deeper toned sister to She's Blushing. It's not gonna be as purpley as that other color. I think it's She's So Unique. It's not going to be as purpley. I think that this is great if you want something that is this tone, but maybe you are a little bit more like tan to medium to deep, then I would try She's Baked. Neither of these are going to be as brown as She's So LA, okay? That's going to be a very brown shade. When I saw the promo photos for these, they looked very brown. I thought they were gonna be like brown terracotta blushes. They're not. This is definitely more of like rosy tones. And here you have the lighter version with She's Blushing and the darker version with She's Baked. So I've really been enjoying these. I already like the formula, but I really like these new colors as well. And I really, really recommend them. Even if you have some of the other colors from his previous line, I think it's worth maybe trying one of these if you like this formula. Next up, let's talk about some eyeliners. And these are the ones from Chanel. What are these called? The Stilo Yo Waterproof. Yo Waterproof. Yo Waterproof. Yo Waterproof. I'm walking here. I have a weird sense of humor, guys. Okay, so anyway, these are the Stilo Yo Waterproof long lasting eyeliner. And long lasting is right. These are amazing. I love these, okay? I love them so much that I went to Ulta. Well, first I bought 2 from Ulta online, loved them so much, went to Ulta in person when I was away in California and bought 4 more colors. These are so good, guys, and the colors are so chic and sophisticated. You really can't go wrong with any color. Just pick something that you think you're going to wear, but I really, really like these colors, and this is just so incredibly long wearing. I also like the fact that just the tip is very thin and small. I feel like I can get really, really close to my lash line and make them really precise. And this has kind of what I would consider to be my ideal eyeliner texture, where when you put it on, it's very creamy and blendable, so you can get exactly the shape you want. If you want to smudge it, if you want to blend out your wing, you may do so. But after about, a minute or 2, it sets down. It really sets down and it holds. I'll show you guys some close-ups, obviously, of some of the colors that I got, and I'll put the colors that I got in the description box down below. But yeah, I honestly don't think you can go wrong with these guys. I've really been loving them, and I am working on, I know I've said this a million times, I'm working on an eyeliner review video for you guys, and this is one of the ones that I've been trying, and spoiler alert, these are one of my favorites. Let's talk about another eyeliner that I also really enjoyed. This is the eyeliner from Cali Ray Beauty. If you guys haven't seen it, I have a review of this brand's skin tint and also their mascara here on my channel. Love both of them. Honestly, I've been using them nonstop ever since I got them. If you haven't heard of Cali Ray, you gotta try their stuff. They only have 4 products. They're in Sephora, and this is called the Surf Proof Easy Glider Eye Definer, and I have the color The Deep. The Deep. There's like many E's. The Deep. And this is a very beautiful kind of like sea aquatic blue kind of color. This is definitely going to be more like poppy, more blue than some of the colors that you're going to see from Chanel, okay? But I think that the formula here is equally as good. I think that this is very long wearing, but it's also kind of like very smudgeable right when you put it on. The only difference here is that this isn't like a swivel pen. It is a pencil that you sharpen. So, if you enjoy sharpened pencils, then I think you're really going to like this. All in all, I think this is great. The founder of this brand is actually the founder of Urban Decay, which you guys will know they have very, very popular, like the 24/7 eye pencils. And so she really wanted to start off her collection, her new brand, with eyeliners, except this is more of like a clean beauty brand. So she really wanted to bring kind of the performance that you get from those Urban Decay products and then bring them into this new sort of like California inspired beauty, clean beauty brand. So really enjoy this pencil so far. Let's talk about another product from Cali Ray, because I really wanted to try all of their products after trying the skin tint and the mascara. I said, you know what? I gotta get the whole line, okay? So I got one of their lip glosses. This is the Glazed and Infused Plumping Glassy Lip Trip. I have the color Taco Tuesday. I really like this color. I really like this gloss, guys. I don't think that the packaging is the greatest. It seems like you get a decent amount of product with this tube. I don't think it's the best packaging, but you do have to consider, guys, that this is clean beauty, and so they're trying to make everything out of recycled plastic and whatnot, and so I get that there's limitations there, and I think that they're trying to make something that also is easily recyclable after you throw it out. So it's not like the most luxurious packaging, and I was going into this thinking like, oh, this is just gonna be kind of like a regular lip gloss. It's just gonna be kind of like your average gloss, but this is a nice gloss, guys. I think one of the things that makes this stand out the most is that it is so incredibly hydrating. It's so hydrating. I love it. I feel like even after it wears away, my lips are still really juicy. I don't feel like this has a like intense plumping feeling. I know that it says plumping glassy lip trip, but it doesn't have an intense plumping feel, at least to me, but it does have a very high shine finish. If you want kind of like that like juicy, fruity, high shine, like mirror kind of look to your lips, then I think you're really gonna like this. Also, it smells like a Jolly Rancher. Like, it smells yummy and fruity. I like it. It's not too strong. Like, once you put it on your lips, you're not gonna keep smelling it. But in general, it is like hands down just a really good gloss. I think that, can you find something similar at the drugstore? maybe. But if you like clean beauty, you like recyclable packaging, and you're kind of really into this brand, I think this is a really nice gloss to try. I really like it. It's been in my purse for 3 weeks since I got it, so I highly recommend. All right, guys, we gotta talk about the Dior Lip Maximizers. Where have I been? Where have I been? You all told me, but I didn't listen. I didn't listen of how good these are. I know that these aren't new products. I know that they aren't new, but they're new to me. Oh my gosh, guys, I started off with this particular product. I think I was trying to get like free shipping or hit some sort of threshold when I was shopping from Dior. So I said, you know what? Let me try that out. So I got the color Bronze. I believe this is a limited edition color. It's 029. I'm gonna link it down below so that you guys can get it. It said that this was limited edition. So I said, you know what? Let me pick that up. And I have it on my lips today. And I just couldn't believe how multidimensional, delicious, juicy, lovely this particular gloss was. I will show you guys a swatch of this so you can really see all of the beautiful glitter pigments that are in this. It's kind of like a mixture of gold, pink, and bronze. It's so multidimensional. I really like the texture of it. Like, it's thick enough that it doesn't immediately wear off, but it's not sticky. These are plumping glosses though, okay guys? They're plumping. You're going to feel that tingle. Like, I put this on maybe a half hour ago and I am still feeling that kind of fresh and tingly feel, but I really enjoy this. This just makes your lips look so juicy, so plump. I love it. And then I went and picked up the other color here. This is the color Mahogany, okay? It doesn't say it on here, but I remember. This was the color that was sold out that I originally wanted, and I said, you know what? Let me pick this up too, because this one has no shimmer. So if you don't like glitter, they still have other colors that are more of like a milky, creamy formula that give a nice little tint. If you just want kind of like that high shine, juicy gloss, that's what this is going to be good for. If you want something that is still high shine, but maybe not as thick and not plumping or tingling, then I would actually try that Cali Ray one that I talked to you guys about. But especially if you like something that kind of comes with a doe foot, then you might want to check this out. But guys, I love both of these. I think I probably like the glitter finish just a little bit more because I think this limited edition one is very special. But they're honestly, guys, they're so beautiful. If you haven't tried these, you gotta try them. I was living under a rock. Sorry, I've been converted. Case closed. Let's talk about two mascaras that I tried. The first one is from Milk Makeup. This is called the Milk Makeup Rise, Lifting, and Lengthening Mascara. Unfortunately, guys, this was another product that didn't work for me. It wasn't working, and I did try it several days in a row, and every single day I ended up with a lot of flaking. Milk mascaras don't really seem to work really well for me. I really like the look of their Kush mascara. I like the way that it looks when it first goes on, but unfortunately it smudges a lot for me. This new one, I like the brush. I like kind of the curved shape of the brush. It gives a really nice lift to the lashes, and it gave a very nice kind of like natural look. It wasn't clumpy. It did look nice, but it just didn't wear well. And I'll show you guys a close-up of what this looked like at the end of the day. And pardon like the bad lighting. I didn't have a ring light or anything when I was away in California trying a lot of these products, but you will kind of see in the bathroom light, like it just sort of flaked all over my face at the end of the day. I really can't recommend it. Unfortunately, it was a huge fail for me. I do have a lot of other really great mascara reviews up on my channel though. I love the Cali Ray. I've been loving the Chantecaille. I've been loving the Rare Beauty. All of those I love, and they're very long wearing, and they also look really good on the lashes. So unfortunately, I can't recommend this one for Milk Makeup. But one that I have been enjoying and that I got a little sample of is this new YSL Lash Clash mascara. This is good. I like it. I like it, guys, okay? I'm trying to find things that last a long time that aren't tubing mascaras that can give me like even more volume. And I really like this so far. I actually have it in my cart right now, thinking about buying it in the Sephora sale. I'm gonna go back to testing this a little bit, but I told you guys on my Instagram, I really was liking this, and it adds a really nice volume to your lashes. I also feel like while the brush is big, it's not like too chubby. It's like thin enough where I have some control, and the little fibers on the brush are very flexible, so they deposit a lot of pigment. I saw some reviews with some people saying that this was like very clumpy for them, but I don't know. I haven't found that this was clumpy. I thought it went on really well, added a lot of volume, and I thought it had really nice staying power. So I really liked this one from YSL. Whew, okay, I had to get a sip of coffee real quick, but I'm back. Okay, next up we have the Victoria Beckham Lid Lusters. I got one of these, and this is the color Blonde. I really like this color. This is such a beautiful frosty white. I'm all about like the frosty white lid, guys. I like to add a little bit of illumination. If you don't want total frost on your lids, I think that these are really good for adding just kind of like a beam of illumination like in the very center of the eyeball. I think that looks so nice, gives such a beautiful youthful look. And first off, I really like the packaging of these. All of the packaging from Victoria Beckham Beauty has been spot on, so good, okay? I also really like that I can actually fit my finger in this little pot, okay? Because I have long nails now, and in some of those other smaller little pots, I can't get my finger in there because like my nail keeps colliding with the component. So I really like that she was very thoughtful in the design of the packaging. In terms of the formula, you guys have been asking me, what is the difference between these and the singles that come from Hourglass? Now, I am wearing this on my eyes today, and I also used one of the ones that I have from Hourglass in the shade Aura. I used them today and I was swatching them last night. I was actually comparing a bunch of the singles that I have in my collection. And what I found is that I actually think that the Hourglass formula is a lot more finely milled and a lot smoother than the ones from Victoria Beckham Beauty. I find them easier to work with, especially if you're going in with a brush, if you don't want to use your finger, if you want to do something that is all over the lid. I honestly kind of prefer the Hourglass formula. If you're going to ask me what I like the best, I think that the Hourglass formula is just a little bit easier to work with. I find this one from Victoria Beckham really nice, but it can get a little flaky. It can get a little bit chunky, okay? And so I don't go in with a brush with these. I really just use my finger and I put them on the lid. It didn't work very well for me, like in the inner corner and under the eye. I think that these work really well as something that is like more of a topper kind of shade. I feel like both of them have the same pigmentation, but the Victoria Beckham, they're just a little bit more glittery, a little bit more flaky, and it could just be this is clean beauty, so there's a lot of ingredients that they can't use, maybe things that are like binding agents, for example. So just kind of keep that in mind. I think who is this good for? Somebody who wants like something that's clean, maybe it's omitting a specific type of ingredient, maybe you really like the shade, maybe all you're looking for is a topper, and if you really like the packaging. I also looked into the bodyography ones. I looked at the Marc Jacobs sequin formula, and I also looked at the chrome paint pot, the Tart chrome paint pots, excuse me, which are some of my all-time favorite single shadows. And what I would say is that the Marc Jacobs sequins is just all glitter, at least the shade that I have, much more glittery, much more like sheer in formula. The bodyography ones are pretty much exactly the same as the Hourglass ones. They're more finely milled, they're a little bit smoother, they work better if you're gonna do all over the eye. And then the ones from Tarte, they don't have a ton of glitter, they're just like pure chrome metallic. If you guys haven't tried those paint pots, you need to. I think they're going to be discontinued because they're on sale at the Tarte website for $10. So like run guys and get those. If you don't want something that is kind of like a topper shade, more crumbly, more glittery, go with those. But otherwise, I really like this product. I think they're really nice. Technically, I prefer the Hourglass, but I just can't fit my finger in that pot anymore. So I think I'm going to be going more for these, and it looks like the shades are very, very nice, and I've heard really good things. So I like this. I love the color Blonde. It's working well for me as a topper shade, and that's what I have to say about that. All right, guys, time for more eyeshadow. I was so excited for this palette. This is the Hella palette by Odin's Eye and Angelica Nyqvist. If you guys don't follow Angelica, you definitely need to, especially if you like more colorful, fun makeup, if you guys really like indie brands. I'm kind of like dipping my toes into like the indie side of things. You guys know I mostly review luxury items on my channel. You know, we got a lot of Dior, we got some Chanel, we got some, you know, YSL and Guerlain, all those good things. But I do like really creative makeup as well, and I do really like colorful makeup also. Like I love a good, fun, colorful palette, and that is what we're getting from the Hella palette. Let me show you guys these shades. When I first saw this in the photos, I thought, I don't know, like I love Angelica, but don't really need that, already have those tones, etc. Then I watched her video of her swatching this. Oh my gosh, it sold me. I saw her swatch this. I'm gonna put a couple of swatches up here so you can see just how multidimensional these shimmers are. They're so beautiful. In fact, every time I put this on my eyes, I go into the bathroom and I see the glimmer from these shadows and I just can't believe it. It's so beautiful. I really love this shade. It's called Double Sided. It is kind of the perfect duochrome to just add so much more luminosity to your eyelid. It's actually like, it's kind of like the duochrome version of that Victoria Beckham lid luster in blonde. It just has like a slightly different tone, but this is a lot smoother. It's less chunkier. There's no fallout. So yeah, I really like this palette. I love that there's like about 2 duochromes in here, and don't be afraid of the color here, guys. Like there's obviously a lot of green, so you can go green, but you can also go very neutral. Like I created a really beautiful soft look with this color Hellfire and the color Double Sided, and then like this pink right here, which is called Hella. So I just kind of did those and it created a very soft neutral look. So if you guys are thinking of maybe picking up something that has a little bit of color to complement maybe some other neutral palettes in your collection, you might want to consider this. This is going to be restocked on March 22nd. So hopefully by the time this video goes live, there's still some that you can pick up, but I just wanted to call this out. I did a green look for St. Patrick's Day. You would have seen it in my recent review of the new Dior Backstage Concealer, and a bunch of you guys were telling me how pretty my eyeshadow looked and that you really liked the look. So I recommend this so much, and I've been having so much fun with this palette. Great job, Angie. I can't wait to see more from you guys. All right, we're almost done, guys. I do want to call out this Intensifies Artistry Wand from Pat McGrath. You guys have been asking me to try this. You guys keep telling me like, oh, try that shadow with like the Intensifies wand, etc. And so I will say, like, caveat, guys, I only used this once. I used it with the Hella palette because that palette is so glittery. I really wanted to see if this would kind of intensify it and if it would act as a really good primer to prevent glitter fallout, okay? Because that is a very glittery palette, so you are gonna get, like, by the end of the day, some glitter just kind of like here and there on your cheeks, and I really wanted to see if this would make a difference. And I'm pretty sure I'm just putting like chapstick on my lids. Like I'm pretty sure this is just like chapstick. I don't know, guys. I think that it does a good job of putting down a nice little sticky base for the glitter to stick to. I definitely felt like when I was applying it, I had an easier go at it. But in general, do I think this is necessary? Absolutely not. I think you can just use some mixing medium. You can get a whole jar of that Mayron mixing liquid, which I've showed you guys, which Pat McGrath uses, by the way, and has in all of her little like kits, like the Dark Star kit. She includes that. But then she came out with this. So I think this is nice if you're kind of just, I don't know, it's nice for like the average consumer who wants something really easy. Like I can just kind of keep it on my vanity, grab it, and use this when I'm in a rush. If I don't feel like grabbing for mixing medium and kind of like concocting something or like wetting my brush, I totally get that. But I really didn't feel like this prevented any kind of fallout. I don't feel like it intensified the look at all, but I do feel like it just kind of helped the glitter stick a little bit and it made the application easier. So I don't really think this is worth the price. I think you can probably find something similar on the market, but I'm gonna be testing this more. I'm not mad that I bought it. I got it on sale. And so yeah, I'm gonna keep trying it out. I've only tried it that one time, but I kind of just wanted to bring it up so you guys can let me know, do you have this? Does it work for you? Give me all your tips because I'm all for trying new things. All right, guys, we made it to the end. All right, lastly, I have these gorgeous brushes from BK Beauty. Thank you so much, BK Beauty. They gifted me some of these. I can't remember which ones they gifted me and which ones I had before because I love the BK Beauty brushes. I didn't have any of their face brushes, so I did get a couple of these. I've been loving these. I brought these with me on my trip. If you guys didn't know, I was away for about like 3 weeks visiting some family in California, and so I had to really like be selective about what I brought because I didn't have a ton of space in my suitcase, and I brought these along, and these are so good, guys. These are so great. You guys know I love my Fude, love my natural hair brushes, but BK Beauty, these are the best natural hair brushes I have tried. I've tried from a couple of different brands. These are definitely the softest. This feels like teddy bear hair. Like it's so soft on your face. I really enjoy them. I just feel like the handle, like it feels very substantial. These feel luxury even though they are synthetic. And these are a couple of the shapes that I have. Sorry, I know some of these have a little bit of eyeshadow on them, but the first one I have here is the 103. This is my favorite face brush that I have from them. I really like the shape because this is great for bronzer. I feel like it's fluffy enough that it's gonna diffuse the color, but it's also like condensed enough and the ferrule's a little bit pinched that I can be more precise. So it's a very good like in between kind of brush. I also have here the 203. This is your perfect shader brush, especially if you're going in with like very creamy formulas that you kind of really need to pick up and lay on the lid. I like to use this with that Odin's Eye Hella palette. I also have the 201. This is your perfect crease brush for kind of blending everything into the crease and diffusing color. And then finally, this is probably one of the more unique brushes in their line. This is the 206, and this is your perfect like blending brush. If you wanna like softly diffuse things in the outer corner, this is gonna be a great brush for that. This is kind of replacing one of my holy grail brushes that I have from Sephora, which is their blending brush. I believe it's the number 27, but I feel like they changed it. It's not the same as it used to be. It's not as fluffy. And so I've been really grabbing this 206 from BK Beauty. So thank you, BK Beauty, for sending me a couple new ones and rekindling my love for these. I'm gonna include a code for you guys in the description box down below so you can save a little bit of money if you wanna shop BK Beauty. They're awesome. They also sent me their eyeshadow palette, which I told you guys, I also love that as well. So I'm interested in trying more of their makeup. Please comment down below and let me know if there's anything from BK Beauty that you think I should try. Woo! Okay, anyway guys, those are all of the things that I've tried over the past couple of weeks that I haven't reviewed for you guys so far, that I haven't done a dedicated review for. I have a couple of other products that I'm testing out, but I think I'm gonna be doing some full faces, both of Merit Beauty and also of Chantecaille Beauty. So let me know in the comments if that is something that you wanna see. I wanna kind of include those all together so it's kind of like a full face wrap up of those particular brands. In the comments down below, let me know guys, did you try any of these? Did they work for you? Did they not work for you? I really want to know. I just want to let you guys know all of my thoughts on all of the new things that I have been trying. And if you are still watching, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you as a part of my community. I upload content every single week on all of the newest releases. I also love to do little mini reviews, tag videos, favorites. So if you want to see a little bit more luxury makeup in your timeline, definitely hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to hear about every time I post a new video. Okay guys, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Everything will be linked down below. And thank you so much once again to Lilysilk for sponsoring a portion of this video. I'll leave that coupon code down below so you can save a little bit of money on all of your luxury silk goodies. And yeah, I hope that you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.